Hello, I'm the Greek Geek because I'm 50% Greek and 100% a geek. This is a Mortal Kombat movie for Mortal Kombat fans. If you are a Mortal Kombat fan of the games and at least the first movie and maybe the web series, there is a lot to enjoy from this movie. There's so many references to the games and the violence. Oh my god, the violence. It follows a story of the first Mortal Kombat tournament. So if you've played the first Mortal Kombat game, the Mortal Kombat game that came out in 2011, or if you've watched the first movie that came out in 1995, you have a pretty good idea of what the storyline is. It's essentially a retelling of that, but there's more focus on Scorpion's storyline. Although the movie does shift between perspectives, it does sometimes focus more on Liu Kang, Sonya, Johnny Cage, and Raiden, which is kind of to be expected, but you would expect it to focus a lot more on Scorpion. And towards the middle of the movie, there are parts where he's not even in it for long periods of time, which does mess up the focus of the movie a little bit. So voice acting, I think everyone did a good job. Don't have any complaints with the voice acting. You actually do feel for Hanzo seeing his family and clan being slaughtered. That opening scene with his son really helps develop his relationship, that he cares for his son, and just seeing him be killed. Yes, children die in this, so very violent. One fun thing is that Kevin Michael Richardson, who voiced Goro in the 1995 movie, reprises his role in that, so that's a very interesting thing. We get cameos from other Mortal Kombat characters such as Motaro and Nitara. And I think Moloch, like when Scorpion does go to the Netherrealm and he's being tortured by that demon, he's just listed as Torturer Demon or whatever in the credits, but he looks like Moloch, so I thought that was Moloch. Action and fight scenes. So this movie is really violent, as in really, really, really violent. I think this is the most violent version of Mortal Kombat in movie and TV show or web series form. It is extremely violent. You see guts, people getting chopped in half, limbs getting cut off, and just all kinds of insane amounts of gore, as you would expect from a Mortal Kombat movie. They even have like the X-ray kind of moves in later Mortal Kombat movies where they're being punched or kicked or something and you can see their bones shattering or their internal organs like exploding on the inside. That was a very nice touch and a good reference to later games. Fight choreography as well, very well animated, and enjoyed seeing everyone getting beaten the crap out of them. And punches and kicks and throws and all that kind of thing. It feels like it has a lot of weight to it. You feel the crunch of people's bones when they're getting punched and limbs getting broken. Ugh, it's glorious. So the animation style does really suit the movie. I wasn't really sold on it when I first watched it, but I'm like, this really suits the dark grittiness and the violence of the story. It makes all of the brutality and violence seem even more over the top and more brutal and more violent. So the animation really does add to this movie. It is a really short movie. It only goes for an hour and 20 minutes, so that's not a huge chunk of time you have to commit to it, even if you're not really a big Mortal Kombat fan. But as I said before, this is supposed to be Scorpion's movie. They take away a lot of focus from him after the first act of the movie, and they focus more on Liu Kang, Sonya, Johnny Cage, and Raiden. Like, it's to be expected that they do that, but if this is for Mortal Kombat fans who already know their story, we've seen their story happen through many, many different forms of media. We're aware of their story in that. I would have liked it to have focused more on Scorpion seeing what was happening to them just from his point of view. That would have worked a lot better and wouldn't have made the movie feel more disjointed. But it is what it is, and it's a good Mortal Kombat movie. As always, I would recommend that you watch the movie yourself and formulate your own opinion on the movie. And after you've seen it, let me know what you think about it in the comments, and we can have a discussion about it. And as always, thank you for listening to me ramble on about a movie for a few minutes. I do appreciate it. Thank you again, and I'll catch you next time.